You're watching Xtra-Ordinariness with Brytnei Ellè, where ordinary people do extraordinary things.
There was a time I used to look into my father's eyes. In a happy home, I was.
This is Xtra-Ordinariness with Brytnei Ellè, and I am here today with Curran J. Today we're going to be talking to him about a few things that have not only helped shape and define who he is and how he's becoming his extraordinary self, but we're going to find out what the path was like towards that journey. So, Curran, thank you for joining me today. And
nice.
Thank you. You know, the brightness had to lighten it up a little bit. And I wanted to ask you, if you had to think of one defining moment where you recognized your passion, what would you say that was?
I would say when I was in high school, I always had a passion for fashion, and just by me going out dressing all the time, and I set a lot of trends when I was in high school, and even though everybody wasn't even on the same type of mindset or as far as fashion wise, but during that time it's kind of like I realized the potential I had in myself, and it kind of just propelled from there.
So you started in high school, and were you more so the avant-garde dresser, or were you,
No, I think, well, I was always getting dressed even before high school, but in high school it was just like I was experimenting a little bit more. It wasn't too much like I was too much different from everybody else, but it was more so the clothes started getting more fitted. I started doing different colors, brighter colors, and it's like I wasn't. It was just a basic silhouette, but it was just like a more. It was different compared to what everybody else was dressing at the time.
So did you have any influences from anyone specific that you could think of, whether family, friends, or if it was celebrities or people that you saw?
Well, my mom, she was a big influence over my the way I dressed because growing up, she wouldn't allow me to wear certain clothes. She used to always tell me if three guys robbed the bank and they all had on white T-shirts and they walked down the street and you walk down the street with a white T-shirt on, you're gonna be labeled as a criminal or somebody just like them.
Possible suspect.
Possible suspect because you look just like them. So she was like, just be different. So by her giving me that mindset, it allowed me to go out and be different. So even when I wanted to wear the clothes that everybody else was wearing, my mom would say, hey, why don't you buy this color? So if everybody was wearing black, I would go out and get blue. So it just, and right then it allowed me to, enhance my my creativity. So my mom was one. Also my dad, he's been in the clothing industry for over 20 years.
Okay.
He had a clothing brand called Mesquite Originals. It was a hand painted clothing line based out of Philadelphia. It's probably one of the top clothing lines that came out of Philly. And it was real strong. So I was growing up under that environment, working at his stores, working at with his company, and also the celebrities like like Kanye West, Pharrell, just looking at them. I always looked at myself as somebody different. So when these guys coming out, I think Pharrell was like one of the top guys one of the first guys that I seen wearing like small T-shirts. So, and that's kind of where it kind of started to kind of everybody start dressing more fitted and stuff like that while watching the celebrities do it as well. So.
Okay, so if you had to name a memorable moment, that positive or negative, where you said this told me right there that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I am a stylist. This is who I am. What would you say that stands out for you?
Well, one moment for me, I think that stood out for me was when I was interning for Philly Fashion Week. Me being a Philadelphia native, fashion was what I love to do, and it's like I looked at Philly Fashion Week. Okay, like yeah, this is my city. I want to put on. Okay, I've never been in New York Fashion Week, but so I started off with Philly. So they gave me an opportunity to do a lot of different things, style fashion shows, and help out, assist. So it kind of opened up a lot of doors for me from just my peers who looked at me as a stylist, but then it's like now I had something that was like legitimate. Okay, then now Curran, he's a stylist. He styled Philly Fashion Week, and that was something that was real good for me in the beginning. Cause that was like a few years ago. So that's like kind of like my starting point as far as just a good credential. So also just by me going to New York, getting accepted up there at New York Fashion Week. I realized like, hey, I never really I've been in New York a few times, but by me going up there and I was up there by myself too. So it's like I really was getting love from a lot of different people. So I also realized like, I can go anywhere with this.
Right.
It's not just Philadelphia. It's not just the tri-state area. I can go wherever. And then just by me traveling a lot more, it gave me a lot more inspiration to do what I want to do also.
And I think something you said a little bit earlier about you started to call yourself a stylist. And oftentimes people wait for permission to be something.
I'm an
And
inspiring stylist. No, it's like I'm a stylist, you know, or I'm a writer. I'm an actor. Not you're inspiring because you are. If that's what you want to do. Call it. You know, people look at me as a stylist because that's what I call myself. You know, so yeah.
that's very good. Very, very good.